So now that we have our base started, what we're going to do is we're going to open up another plane. We're going to eyeball this plane. We're going to bring it down to about there. We can always go back and change uh, the height and depth of that. And that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a loft, but we're going to use some splines to really give that loft some character. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up a sketch on this surface, and this is mostly just going to reference and make these splines go really smoothly into that part. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick this edge. And I'm going to convert entities. So I'm making a sketch from the edge of that piece. Go ahead and hit OK. And you can exit out of that. Now we're going to work off of this bottom plane. And to do so, I usually like to work straight from the bottom. We're going to go ahead and open up a sketch from there. Now, reference. I'm going to use another reference line. This is going to help me keep what's going on down here nice and tight. I'm going to use the ellipse tool. So go ahead and open up an ellipse. We can always go back and we can change these. So I usually like to just make the lines that I know I'm going to use, and I'm going to come back over here and just kind of see how they look in a full view. So it looks like it's a little too big in the front. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to open up this sketch again. I'm going to go ahead and pull on that. I'll move this around. I think this should be pretty good. Looks like it needs to be moved back a little bit. So I'll go back in there. I'll keep doing this until I really feel like it's to the point where I can start making the rest of the splines to make this piece. So now that we have these two sketches to loft, we're going to use some splines to really control that and give it some really good surfacing, some really good characteristics. So go ahead and open up a sketch on the side view. Come over here and hit your spline tool. Hit OK. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use the geometry to get some tangency. So what I did was I just picked the edge of that piece to give this a nice fluid turn. I'm going to do the same with the front. So I'm going to use another spline. Deselect. Now find that line again. So I'm going to find this front line. I'm going to use that spline again. Hit tangent. And then you have some nice fluid curvature that's happening there. Now, after that, you can start playing with these arms again and really get the kind of look that you want. So I think that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and exit that spline sketch. Make sure everything is connected together. We have this circle connected with the splines, and we have See, if you come down here, you can see that that spline isn't connected with that. So what we can do is we can go back in here, find that point, delete, and bring it back to the spline and that oval. You want to make sure you check those before you start lofting and stuff, because it just won't loft and you'll get failures. So we're gonna pick as close as we can to the center line there, the center line here. Now that's going to give you a normal loft. What we want to do is come over here and use these guides, and we're going to use these splines to do so. Now this piece is going to be part of this other piece up here. It's going to be all the same material. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down, and we'll select that piece for it to merge with. And go ahead and hit OK. And we have our shape. It's a nice, simple little shape, but it's given us some really, really cool surfacing right there.